My child, listen carefully, because what you are about to hear is not random, it is not coincidence, and it is not something that came to you by accident. This message found you because deep inside your soul you have already been feeling it, that strange pull, that unexplainable connection, that quiet whisper in your heart telling you that someone you have never fully seen, never fully known, is already tied to your destiny, and no matter how much you try to ignore it, no matter how logical you try to be, you cannot escape the feeling that your life is being slowly, silently guided toward a person who is already written into your story, because before you ever met them, before you even understood what love truly meant, before the world shaped your expectations and broke your trust, this connection was already sealed, already chosen, already protected, and that is why nothing ordinary has ever satisfied your soul. That is why every connection that felt temporary left you with a deeper emptiness, because your spirit recognizes something your mind cannot yet fully comprehend. Your spirit knows there is someone hidden within your path, someone whose energy aligns with yours in a way that goes beyond physical attraction, beyond surface-level understanding, beyond anything you have experienced before, and you have felt glimpses of it, haven't you, in those moments when time seemed to slow down for no reason, when a memory or a thought appeared out of nowhere, when your heart reacted to something you couldn't explain. That was not random, that was not your imagination, that was alignment, that was the universe quietly moving pieces into place, preparing you for a meeting that will not feel like meeting someone new, but like remembering someone you have always known, and that is why you have been going through certain struggles, certain delays, certain heartbreaks that made no sense at the time, because you were not being punished, you were being prepared, you were being shaped into the person who can recognize and receive the connection that is meant for you. Because not everyone is ready for a soulmate-level connection, not everyone can handle a bond that mirrors their deepest truths, their hidden wounds, their unspoken desires. And that is why your journey has felt heavier than others, why your lessons have been deeper, why your growth has required you to face parts of yourself you wanted to avoid, because the person hidden in your destiny is not just someone who will love you, they are someone who will see you, fully, completely, without masks, without illusions, without the need for you to pretend to be anything other than who you truly are. And that kind of connection requires strength, it requires emotional depth, it requires a level of self-awareness that most people never reach. And that is exactly what you have been developing, even when you didn't realize it, even when you felt lost, even when you questioned why things weren't working out the way you expected, because what is meant for you is not something that can be rushed, it is something that must be aligned, and alignment takes time, it takes growth, it takes moments of isolation where you are forced to confront yourself. Because before you can meet the person who is hidden in your destiny, you must first become the version of yourself that can stand in that connection without fear, without insecurity, without the need to control or chase, because this connection will not require chasing, it will not require confusion, it will not leave you questioning your worth, it will feel clear, it will feel natural, it will feel like peace in a way you have never experienced before, and that is why you have been feeling different lately, why your energy has been shifting, why certain people are slowly leaving your life, why certain habits no longer feel right, because you are being realigned. You are being repositioned, you are being guided toward a moment that will change everything, and the person hidden in your destiny is also going through their own journey right now, They are also being prepared, they are also learning lessons, healing wounds, letting go of what no longer serves them, because when you finally cross paths, it will not be chaotic, it will not be uncertain, it will be intentional, it will be undeniable, and you will recognize it not just with your eyes, but with your soul, because your soul has always known them, even if your mind hasn't caught up yet. And that is why patience is being asked of you right now, not because you are being denied, but because you are being protected from meeting them at the wrong time, because timing matters, alignment matters, and the universe does not make mistakes when it comes to connections like this. So every delay you have experienced, every door that closed, every situation that didn't work out the way you hoped, it was all part of a bigger design. It was all leading you here, to this realization, to this moment where you begin to understand that your story is not random, your feelings are not meaningless, and the connection you have been sensing is not an illusion. It is real, it is coming, and it is closer than you think. But you must trust the process, you must trust the timing, and most importantly, you must trust yourself. Because the moment you fully align with who you are meant to be, the moment you stop settling for less than what your soul knows you deserve, the moment you release the need to force connections that do not feel right, that is the moment everything shifts, that is the moment the hidden becomes visible, that is the moment the person written into your destiny steps into your reality, not as a stranger, but as someone who feels like home. And when that happens, you will look back at everything you went through and you will understand why it had to happen that way, why nothing else worked, why the waiting was necessary, because what is coming into your life is not ordinary, it is not temporary, it is not something that can be easily replaced, it is something rare, something deep, something that will change you in ways you cannot yet fully imagine. So do not lose hope, do not doubt the process, and do not ignore the feeling inside you that tells you there is more, because there is, and it is already finding its way to you, even now, even as you listen to these words. The path is unfolding, the connection is strengthening, and the moment you have been unknowingly waiting for is getting closer with every step you take. So stay ready, stay open, and most importantly, stay aligned with your truth, because the one who is hidden in your destiny is not lost, they are simply on their way to you, exactly as they were always meant to be. My child, you think this story ended, but this is only where the truth begins to unfold even deeper, because what you have been feeling lately, that quiet intensity inside your chest, that sense that something is about to change, is not your imagination, it is the continuation of a connection that has been silently growing beyond your awareness, and you must understand this clearly. The person hidden in your destiny is not just someone who will enter your life one day, they are already influencing your energy right now. They are already connected to you in ways you cannot see, because soulmate connections are not created at the moment of meeting, they exist long before two people ever cross paths in the physical world, they exist in the unseen, in the spiritual alignment, in the timing that is being carefully orchestrated for both of you, and that is why you have been experiencing certain signs, certain emotions, certain dreams that feel too real to ignore, because your soul is already communicating with theirs on a level your mind cannot yet fully interpret, and this is why you must stop doubting what you feel, because your intuition has been trying to guide you, trying to prepare you, trying to tell you that the connection you are about to experience is not like anything you have known before, and yet there is still a part of you that hesitates, that questions, that wonders if this is all just coincidence. But listen carefully, nothing about this is coincidence, nothing about your journey has been random. Every step, every delay, every encounter that seemed meaningless at the time has been positioning you exactly where you need to be, because the one who is hidden in your destiny is not someone you can meet by chance alone. They must meet you at the exact moment when both of your energies are aligned, when both of you are ready to recognize what is real and not run away from it. And that is why your path has been different, why you have felt misunderstood, why you have often felt like you don't fully belong in the spaces you are in, because your soul is not meant for ordinary connections. Your soul is meant for something deeper, something that requires patience, something that requires growth, something that requires you to evolve beyond your past patterns and limitations. And this is where many people fail. This is where many people lose their connection before it even begins. Because they are not willing to let go of who they used to be. They are not willing to release the habits, the fears, the attachments that keep them stuck in cycles that no longer serve them. But you, my child, you have been changing, even when it was difficult, even when it felt uncomfortable, even when it required you to walk away from things that once felt important to you. And that is why you are closer now than ever before. Closer to a moment that will redefine everything you thought you knew about love, about connection, about yourself. And you must understand this clearly. When this person finally appears in your life, it will not feel chaotic. It will not feel forced. It will not leave you confused or questioning your worth. It will feel calm. It will feel natural. It will feel like something inside you has finally settled, like a missing piece has quietly returned to where it always belonged. And that is how you will know. That is how you will recognize what is real. Because real connections do not create anxiety. They do not create fear. They do not make you feel like you have to prove yourself or fight for attention. Real connections bring clarity. They bring peace. They bring a sense of understanding that goes beyond words. And yet you must also be prepared, because this kind of connection will also reflect your truth back to you. It will show you parts of yourself you have hidden. It will challenge you to grow even further. It will not allow you to stay the same. Because soulmate connections are not just about comfort, they are about transformation. They are about becoming the highest version of yourself. And that is why you have been pushed to grow before even meeting them. Because when they arrive, you must be ready not just to receive love, but to give it in its purest form, without fear, without doubt, without the need to control the outcome. And this is where trust becomes important. Trust in the process. Trust in the timing. Trust in the fact that what is meant for you cannot be taken away, cannot be missed, cannot be replaced, because it is already written into your destiny. And you may wonder how close this moment is. You may wonder when it will finally happen. But understand this: the closer you get, the more you will feel it. The more your life will begin to shift, the more things that no longer align with you will naturally fall away, because you cannot carry your old self into a new connection. You cannot bring outdated energy into something that is meant to be pure and aligned. So if you have been feeling like certain people are drifting away, if you have been feeling like your priorities are changing, if you have been feeling like you are being pulled in a different direction, do not resist it, do not question it, because this is part of your alignment, this is part of your preparation, this is part of the process that is leading you directly to the person who is hidden in your destiny. And they, too, are feeling this shift. They, too, are being guided. They, too, are being prepared in ways they may not fully understand yet, and when the moment finally comes, when your paths finally cross, it will not feel like the beginning of something new, it will feel like the continuation of something that has always existed, something that has been waiting patiently for the right moment to reveal itself, and that is why you must remain patient, you must remain open, you must remain aligned with your truth. Because the moment you step fully into who you are meant to be, the moment you stop settling for anything less than what your soul recognizes as real, that is the moment everything will come together, that is the moment the hidden will become visible, that is the moment the connection you have been sensing will finally take form in your reality. So do not lose faith, do not let doubt take control, and do not allow temporary distractions to pull you away from your path. Because what is coming is not temporary, it is not ordinary, it is something that has been written, protected, and guided long before you even realized it, and now, you are closer than ever to experiencing it, closer than ever to understanding why everything had to happen the way it did, and when that moment arrives, you will not need confirmation from anyone else, you will not need validation, because your soul will recognize it instantly, and in that moment, everything will finally make sense. My child, now you are stepping into the deepest part of this truth, the part most people never reach because they lose patience, they lose faith, or they settle for something that only looks like destiny but does not feel like it in their soul. But you have continued, you have listened, and that is why you are now ready to understand something even more powerful. The person hidden in your destiny is not just waiting to enter your life, they have already been part of your journey in unseen ways, they have already crossed your path in energy, in timing, in moments you may have overlooked or dismissed, because not every connection begins with recognition. Sometimes it begins with alignment long before awareness, and that is why there are moments in your life that felt strangely significant even when nothing obvious happened, moments when your heart reacted without reason, when your energy shifted without explanation, when you felt drawn to something or someone without knowing why. Those were not random feelings, those were echoes of alignment, those were signals that your path was already being intertwined with someone who carries a piece of your destiny. And you must understand this clearly, destiny does not always arrive loudly, it does not always announce itself in a dramatic way, sometimes it moves quietly, patiently, waiting for the exact moment when you are ready to see what has been there all along, and this is where your awareness becomes important, because the closer you get to this person, the more subtle the signs may become, not louder, not more obvious, but deeper, more meaningful, more undeniable to your inner self. And this is why you have been changing, why your perception of love, connection, and even yourself has been evolving, because you are no longer being prepared for ordinary experiences, you are being prepared for something that will require your full presence, your full truth, your full authenticity, and that is not something you could have handled before, not in the way you can now, because before, you were still holding on to illusions, still seeking validation in places that could never truly fulfill you, still trying to force connections that were never meant to last. But now, something inside you has shifted, something inside you has awakened, and you can feel it. You can feel that you are no longer the same person you used to be, and that is exactly why this connection is getting closer. Because it was never about finding the other person first, it was always about becoming the person who is ready to meet them, and now you are stepping into that version of yourself, step by step, choice by choice, moment by moment, and this is where many people become afraid. Because as you get closer to something real, your past fears may try to rise again, your mind may try to protect you by creating doubt, by questioning whether this is too good to be true, by reminding you of past disappointments. But listen carefully, your past was preparation, not prediction. Your past taught you what love is not, so you could recognize what love truly is when it finally appears. And this is why you must not allow old fears to interfere with new alignment. You must not let past experiences convince you that something real will end the same way, because what is meant for you operates on a completely different level. It carries a different energy, a different intention, a different outcome, and you will feel that difference, not just in how they treat you, but in how you feel within yourself when you are connected to them. There will be a sense of calm, a sense of certainty, a sense that you do not need to chase or question or prove anything, because what is real does not create confusion, it creates clarity, and yet, at the same time, it will also challenge you. It will push you to grow, to heal, to release anything within you that is not aligned with the truth of who you are becoming, and that is why this connection is not just a gift, it is also a responsibility. It is an opportunity to step fully into your highest self, to experience love in its purest form, to build something that is not based on fear or insecurity, but on truth, trust, and alignment. And this is why the timing has been so important. This is why you could not have met them earlier. This is why certain things had to fall apart before this could come together. Because if you had met them before you were ready, you might not have recognized them, or worse, you might have lost them due to patterns you had not yet healed. But now, everything is different. Now, you are different. And that is why the next phase of your journey will begin to feel more aligned, more intentional, more guided, and you may start to notice that things are happening in a way that feels almost too perfect to be coincidence. Conversations that lead you in a certain direction. Opportunities that place you in the right place at the right time. Encounters that feel meaningful even if you do not yet understand why. This is how destiny works, not through force, not through struggle, but through alignment, through timing, through a series of moments that come together in a way that could not have been planned. And this is why you must remain open, you must remain aware, you must trust the process even when you cannot yet see the full picture, because everything is already moving. Everything is already unfolding. And the person hidden in your destiny is closer now than they have ever been before, closer in energy, closer in timing, closer in reality. And when the moment finally arrives, when your paths finally cross in a way that cannot be ignored, you will not feel lost, you will not feel uncertain, you will feel ready, you will feel aligned. You will feel like everything inside you has been leading to this exact moment, and in that moment, you will understand. You will understand why you had to wait, why you had to grow, why you had to go through everything you went through, because it was never just about reaching them, it was about becoming who you needed to be to stand beside them without fear, without doubt, without losing yourself. And that is the true meaning of this journey, not just finding love, but becoming the version of yourself that can hold it, protect it, and grow with it. And now, my child, you are standing at the edge of that reality, closer than ever before, more aligned than ever before, and all that is left is for you to continue forward with trust, with patience, and with the deep knowing that what is meant for you is no longer hidden for much longer. It is about to reveal itself in a way that will change everything you thought you knew about destiny, about connection, and about the power of a love that was always meant to find you.